Hey everyone, I'm back with one of my videos where I read through a Medium article that I wrote. And the reason I do this is because it helps me to stay focused, which is actually a big challenge for me. And often I find that as I'm just talking through the article that I wrote, I can add more context and more detail to it, and hopefully more value for you as a reader or as a viewer. So I always include the link to the Medium article, and I recommend that you head over to Medium and read that article there in detail. Stick it in your what's it called in Medium where you can bookmark? Is it called bookmark or save? It's that thing there. Add it to your reading list for future reference. In fact, let me show you this. If you haven't discovered this feature yet, I think it's really handy. It's that little ribbon icon with a cross on. Save and create a new list. Call it elephant money. Create, and that's already saved it to that list. Anything that you like on Medium, stick it in a list, because I find it incredibly frustrating when I read something and I think, where is that article? And I can kind of remember the title of it. I can kind of remember the author's name. There's so much content on Medium, it just makes it a nightmare to find. I know you can look back through your history, but often I'm reading it on a different device later on where I don't have the history handy. So just a little digression there. This one, Elephant Money NFTs marching into the digital future. Let's just dive straight in. Published this about a week ago, just over a week ago. Only had one comment so far. That's interesting. Let's see what this is. It's from Glenn. Just a bit of support there from Glenn. That's nice. Okay, let's just dive in. What are these NFTs and should you buy some? Okay, you've surely heard about NFTs selling for millions of dollars and also losing millions of dollars in value very quickly. Those Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs made the headlines and basically made a mockery of the people who bought them, unfortunately. It's fair to say that NFTs have had some bad press, deservedly so it seems, but perhaps that's just because they were once the shiny new objects of desire for investors with way too much money. I think I feel like that's what happened. They were making national headlines all over the place, weren't they? People were buying NFTs when they didn't understand really what they were or what the future value could possibly be of them. However, the tech is still really valid. That word valid doesn't feel right to me. I feel like it needs something more. What was I trying to say here? The tech is phenomenal, isn't it? It's just fantastic. What a time to be alive. I keep saying. The tech is really useful. Useful doesn't feel enough of a word. So let's stick with valid, and it has many use cases, including digital art, yep, music and entertainment, yep, identity and credentials, yep, royalties, event tickets, to name just a few. I haven't expanded on those, and I didn't feel it was necessary. Anyway, early this year, the creator of Elephant Money, known as Bank Teller, BT for short. If you're not familiar with Bank Teller and Elephant Money, then I suggest you do a quick bit of research now. What a guy, one of my heroes. Elephant Money is a really impressive piece of work. It's well, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Go and do some research on it. If you're brand new to Elephant Money, you're going to be amazed at what it can do, what it is. So early this year, he introduced a new feature on the platform called Unlimited NFTs. This feature comes with an interesting pricing structure. For every 10,000 NFTs sold, the price effectively doubles. Now, you might think, what do you mean effectively doubles? It's because the price is always set in BNB. So the first 10,000 NFTs were 1 BNB each, and I did buy one. Had a bit of FOMO, and I thought, if I don't buy one in the first round, I'm going to regret it. Well, sure enough, I did regret it. There was a frenzy towards the end of the first round. The last 1,000 in the first round went very quickly, and I started thinking, should I buy another one, as I could see how quickly they were going. And the same's going to happen in this current round. They're only 2 BNB right now. Next round they're going to be 4. I mean, that's a big jump. BNB currently is like just over $200, I think. So they're going to jump from 200, assuming that the price of BNB doesn't change too much over the next few months. The price jump is effectively going to be from about $400 currently up to $800. And then the next round you're looking at $1,600. That's if the price of BNB doesn't change much. If the price of BNB goes back up to its all-time high, you're looking at big bucks for these NFTs. Right. It's important to note that the pricing is based on BNB. I just said that. This means that the actual cost of Elephant Money Unlimited NFTs can vary substantially with each round, influenced by the prevailing market price of BNB at that time. Additionally, the price can fluctuate within the same round if there are any changes in BNB's market value. I hope I've already just covered that. The price can fluctuate within a round. So like if the price of BNB doubled next week, today, tomorrow, the price of the NFTs has basically doubled. Right, why do people want to own these? That's what you're probably asking yourself. The answer lies in the daily rewards. Owners are compensated with elephant tokens, which can then be swiftly and easily converted to BNB if desired. My elephant token, my NFT has already earned me, I think it was over 100 million elephant tokens. I mean, I think we're only talking about $30 worth, and I bought it when they first became available. I can't even remember when that was, but I felt like 100 million elephant tokens was a nice amount to add to my wallet. I could have just left it, let it continue to earn, let it continue to build up. I don't know why I didn't, honestly. But the thing is, once you claim the rewards into your wallet, they start to earn reflections. Now, I'm not sure whether it's best to have the elephant tokens in my wallet earning reflections, or just leave them alone and let them accrue in the unlimited NFTs part of the website. Honestly, not sure about that. I think it seems to make sense to get them into the wallet and get them earning reflections. You might wonder why the rewards aren't distributed directly in BNB. Hang on. Oh yeah, because the rewards are divvied out as elephant tokens, right? This is me speculating here. So it's likely that the choice to allocate rewards in elephant tokens is a strategic one. By doing so, investors may be more inclined to retain their tokens, particularly as the value of elephant has generally been on an upward trajectory over the past year. So what I'm saying is that if the rewards were paid out in BNB, then they would probably leave the system very quickly. Most investors would cash them out back to fiat, or maybe use the BNB for something else. But the fact that the rewards are paid out in elephant tokens, which you can exchange for BNB at any time easily, but the fact that they're paid out in elephant tokens means I think that more investors are likely to hold on to those tokens, particularly because they are lately, over the last 9 to 12 months or so, seemingly on a nice upward trajectory. There was a little dip earlier in October. There was a big sell-off and it did affect the price, but it's back on its upward journey now. Notice how I avoided the word trajectory there. So I think that's why the rewards are paid in elephant tokens, because people are more likely to hang on to them, which is good for everyone. Although selling elephant tokens is always good for the system, because Bertha, the elephant treasury, buys up tokens when they become available on the market. Bertha's mission is to accumulate elephant tokens, thus reducing the available supply and driving the price up. That's for a separate video. Plenty of people have covered that before. Right, how much can you earn? This is what everybody wants to know. A share of 1% of the treasury value per year. So the more NFT holders there are, the less each one will earn in quantity of elephant tokens. But almost every aspect of the elephant money ecosystem adds value to the treasury on an ongoing basis, driving the price of the tokens up. So as more and more people buy the NFTs, there are more holders, and that dilutes the rewards, because that 1% of the treasury has to be shared among more and more investors. But the price of the elephant token is pretty much constantly going up. So while you might be receiving less tokens as more people buy the NFTs, the value of what you receive should be increasing steadily. Long-term investment. It's a concept that a lot of DeFi investors it seems, very familiar with. I see people getting impatient with DeFi projects when they've only invested a small amount, which is obviously what most people should be doing. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. But unfortunately, a lot of people think that investing $100, $200 is going to make them really wealthy very quickly, and it's not sustainable, it's not feasible. You can't get that in TradFi, so why would you expect it in DeFi? Yes, you should be well compensated for the risk that you're taking in DeFi, but you've got to think long term. Overnight millions, it's just not likely to happen. So be realistic, think long term. This is a long term investment, and I'm talking very long, very, very long. In contrast to those high profile NFTs that notoriously plummeted in value, causing substantial losses for investors, Elephant Money's unlimited NFTs stand out as a robust long-term investment opportunity. This platform is distinguished in the DeFi space, promising a bright future by providing its investors with a steady stream of passive income for years to come. This is the goal, isn't it? Passive income. Yeah, we'd all like to get a big fat profit, sell a bunch of tokens and realize a huge profit, pay a chunk of that out in tax, capital gains tax or whatever. But everyone dreams of, it's kind of like winning the jackpot, isn't it, in the casino, having a huge win from a crypto investment. But really, the realistic goal is steady, predictable, I need another word. Steady, predictable, sustainable, passive income for years to come. Hang on, only 1% a year? Though a 1% share in the Treasury, endearingly referred to as Bertha, may seem minimal at first glance, it's crucial to recognise that the Treasury, I've used that word again, is on a trajectory to become the biggest holder of elephant tokens. As I mentioned before, Bertha's mission is just to keep buying elephant tokens. So when you earn elephant tokens as a reward for holding the NFT, it's a good idea to keep hold of them, because they're going to become eventually more and more scarce, and the price is going to continue going up, in theory. With its current possession of 181 trillion, I wonder what the current, I think it was 182 the other day, 182 trillion tokens held by the Treasury. It looks like it's aiming for 200 trillion by the end of the year, and I think that probably is achievable. Now, the Treasury doesn't set a target and try and achieve it. It just happens on its own. So the way I've worded that is perhaps a little bit misleading, but it looks like the Treasury will hit 200 million mark around the end of this year. Significant growth is on the horizon, and it surely is with this. Once this milestone is achieved, current investors anticipate the start of a transformative phase. Predictions suggest a surge in the token price by several hundred, potentially even several 1,000%, indicating a potential for at least 100x increase in price in the upcoming months. There's been a lot of talk about this, and I know that's you can't rely on talk just because a bunch of people think this is going to happen doesn't mean it will, but the indications are there. The price is steadily going up. In fact, let's just have a look at CoinMarketCap. That's in 1 day. How much has it gone up today? 0.86%. Let's have a look at 7 days. Nice. Everybody wants to see a chart like that, don't they? And everyone shits the bed when it does this. But that has to happen at some time. It can't go up forever. So there was a big sell-off here. The price went down. A bit of uncertainty, investor confidence lacking. Another big sell-off, and then just to the right, and gradually up and to the right. And based on that, it's going to probably take until the end of November to get to an all-time high. I think this was probably close to the all-time high. If we look at the year, that's where we were recently. 56 per, I think that would be 56 cents per million. Look at the all-time. There we go. There was the all-time high. And did it exceed? It actually exceeded that recently. I didn't realise. I thought it had just got close to, and then nature of all-time highs is that people think now's probably a good time to get out, dump, and one big whale dumping, I think somebody dumped like 3 trillion tokens or 4 trillion tokens, causes other investors to panic. It's just the nature of crypto and DeFi, isn't it? But this will steadily climb back up again. The month doesn't look great, but the last 7 days is looking good. I'm not worried. I only have about 10 billion tokens in total. When I say in total, it's because I've split them across a few different wallets, and I've named the wallets with the goal that I want to achieve. So, for instance, I think I've got one which is trip to New York 2024 or 2025, $5,000. Once the tokens in that wallet are worth $5,000, I'll sell them. That just helps me manage my investment and not make emotional decisions. How did we get here? I better go back to the Medium article because I've totally lost the original plot. Anyway, I talked about the 100x price rise. Not guaranteed, of course, absolutely no guarantee, but it seems like it's a viable possibility. Okay, the quantity of elephant tokens that each NFT accrues may appear insignificant now. Remember, each NFT earns a share of 1% of the Treasury value per year. But it's their prospective worth that investors should focus on. A single NFT could potentially generate thousands of dollars in elephant tokens over an extended period. Notice how I said extended period. I didn't specify, I didn't say how many months or years that might take, because I haven't got a fucking clue. No one does. But what I'm saying is that the rewards from the NFT could amount to thousands of dollars worth over an extended period of time. What's more, these assets are not just for the present, they have the capacity to continuously generate earnings, and the NFTs can be conveniently bequeathed to future generations, allowing your children or grandchildren to reap the benefits perpetually. Transferring the NFT to a different wallet is built into the Elephant Money website. It's a seamless, simple process, unlike transferring NFTs unlike transferring other types of NFTs, which seems to be a complex process. Bank tellers made it very, very simple for you to transfer them between wallets. So set up a wallet for your kids, for one of your kids, all of your kids, for your grandkids, and buy the NFTs now while they're cheap, transfer them to those wallets, forget about them, see what they're worth in a few years. You could be looking at, because of the way they double in BNB price per 10,000, we could get through a couple of rounds next year. We could be looking at 32 BNB in the foreseeable future for one NFT. Now, I go on to explain about how you can sell them on the market, on the marketplace, on the Elephant Money website later. I feel like I've talked enough. I'm gonna try and wrap this up now. Let's see what else is worth paying attention to. Definitely go and read the article though, even if you just scan through it. There's some good nuggets of info in here. How long might this last for? Who knows? It's DeFi, anything could happen. But based on the history of this project, do a bit of research yourself. I'd say that Elephant Money is likely to be around for many, many years. Who am I to say? I don't know. It could be gone next year. It could last for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody. That's who. If you feel like you've heard me say this before about another project, you'd be right. Yeah, I've said it before about Ark. I thought Ark was great. Now, Ark's not finished. Ark's still going, making some significant changes to it, and it's becoming a more of a traditional investor dividend business model there. I think we all helped fund a startup which hopefully will eventually generate some actual profit from real world utilities. Elephant Money generates its profit from its mechanics, the way that it uses the Treasury to buy tokens. The NFTs generate revenue, and all the elephant token transactions generate revenue. I'm not going to get into the mechanics of it in this discussion here. Trading the NFTs, now this is important. You can trade them on the marketplace on the Elephant Money website. That's live now. You can do that right now. And I'll just quickly go over this info. NFTs can be listed at a fixed price, which is 10% less than the current mint price. And a 30% royalty is paid to the Treasury when an exchange is made. So you can sell. I'll give you an example. I bought mine when it was 1 BNB. I can now sell it for 1.2 BNB. It might not seem like very much, but that's a 20% increase with no fuss, no hassle. Now, if I wait till the end of the current round, when the price to mint a new NFT will be 4 BNB. I'll just show you this, because you would think, well, I thought it'd be more than that, but if 4 BNB minus, what is it? It's minus 40% because of the 30% and 10%. You've got to list them at 10% less than the current market value. So 4 BNB minus 40%. 4 minus 40%. 2.4. So if I wait until the next round, if I decide I want to sell mine, I'll be able to sell it for 2.4. That's a huge profit. I only paid 1, so it's 1.4 out of 1. 1.4 out of 1 times 100. 140% profit, I think. Sometimes my quick maths is a bit flaky. I appreciate it when people have taken the time to check my maths and point out where I've gone wrong with it. Don't ever make a decision based on my maths. I'm going to show you very quickly a spreadsheet that I put together for elephant futures. No, I'm not. This is not a futures video. That's a different video. I've already done that one. Right. Risks. It's important to know that there are risks, of course, with this. Because the NFTs are so easily tradable and transferable, the biggest risk that I can see is if the Treasury's value ceases to grow. It could lead to a reduction in the NFT rewards. Remember that one share of 1% of the Treasury's value each year. Subsequently diminishing demand for the NFTs themselves. Could happen. Nonetheless, considering the strategic design of the entire system, I'm convinced that this scenario is highly improbable. Isn't it just Ponzinomics? I'm not going to go through this now. Read it at your leisure. And I've kind of summarized it by saying now's a good time to buy because BNB is at an all-time low. I think these are great. I wish I could have bought more, and I still think I better buy some while they're only 2 BNB, because once the price goes up to 4 BNB, it's not coming back down again. Yes, you can buy them on the marketplace, but you're going to pay I think, well, you'd end up paying, I can't remember what it is, I'm not going to do the maths now. You get them at a discount on the marketplace, but as I mentioned in here, every time I've checked the marketplace, there aren't any for sale. When people have listed them, they're gone very, very quickly. There's huge demand for these. When they're available at a discount price, they go like that. Just something to consider, that I think it's worth buying them if you can afford them. Even if you're just going to sell them in the next round, instant 20% profit. If you can play a longer game, sell them the round after for an instant 140% profit. But I'll let you check those numbers if that's what you're thinking about doing. I'm just going to hang on to mine. I don't think I'll ever sell it, but who knows what I'll do in the future, especially if the price goes up to like 32 BNB, or imagine when there's 64 BNB and BNB is 64 BNB, and when BNB is back to $600, $38,000. I might be tempted at that point. It depends what else there is for me to invest in, because I'm looking for long-term passive income. I'm not looking for a quick buck. What would I do with $38,000? You might think that would be a nice problem to have, but the problem is I would need to invest it in something else that's going to give me passive income, because if I had that in my bank account, I would spend it really quickly. I need to look for other investment opportunities. What am I going to find that's better than Elephant Money? Honestly, I don't know. Elephant Money Futures is the other one that I'm very heavily invested in. Well, for me, I say heavily invested. I mean, I'm only talking under $7,000 currently, but my calculations show me that I should be up to about $60,000 by the end of 2024 there. This is not a video about Elephant Money Futures, and if you're interested in that, check my other videos about futures, compounding and calculating, projecting. Okay, I'm wrapping this up now. 30 minutes. Didn't expect it to drag on that long. So for anyone who's still watching, thank you for sticking it out to the end. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll keep producing content as long as people are watching it. Remember, take risks, don't be reckless, and don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose. Do your own research. Don't listen to random people like me on the internet. I mean, do listen. I'm trying to bring this to people's attention. I'm not giving financial advice. I can't. What I'm saying is this is something that I'm very interested in, and it's worth a look, in my opinion. That's it. I'm not going to repeat myself. Thanks for watching. All the best. Over and out.